talk here about CN's import connections to Decatur. I'm Chris Timmons. I'm the Senior Solutions Manager within our Supply Chain Solutions Group, which offers a variety of external services in addition to the core rail and developing import business into Decatur. Talking about the connections that CN has and the advantages of the CN network into Decatur. CN is the only railroad that currently connects to all three coasts. We have connections into Decatur through the Pacific with Prince Rupert and Vancouver, connections on the Atlantic side, Halifax, Montreal, and coming up through the Gulf Coast with New Orleans and Mobile. And because of that, there's really an opportunity to route freight multiple directions, take advantage of different steamship line offerings and transit times, and really bring those into Decatur and out. With those intermodal port terminals, we have service level agreements that they keep to under 72 hours terminal dwell time. And there's a collaboration between CN and those terminal operators and port authorities to make sure that we meet those KPIs. And that's a real advantage in keeping that terminal dwell time down and keep things moving fluidly into Decatur. And I think anybody who's experienced some of the other port congestions, either on the U.S. or West Coast or East Coast, know how important that terminal dwell time is. And from the train service into Decatur, it's about 10 days from Prince Rupert or Vancouver and coming in through to Chicago and then switching down to Decatur, as well as about 5 days from the East Coast and 5 days from the Gulf Coast. And one key advantage that was just alluded to is the CN Ring Railroad around Chicago. Chicago is notorious for being a congestion point, and the acquisition of the EJ&E by CN really gives us an advantage that you can see here, where there's a railroad that goes around the core part of Chicago and downtown, which allows us to connect and really speed up the connections. And we believe this is a real key advantage and something that we certainly believe that should be used to bring shipments in here. So another thing that I'd like to touch base on is CN's brokerage services for customs clearance. Part of our supply chain solutions team, we have a brokerage team that works in the background to ensure that there is smooth transition across the borders, as well as working directly with customers to be the customs broker and do that final customs clearance, as well as assisting other third-party brokers with information to make sure that everything clears and moves into Decatur smoothly. So thank you very much, and appreciate the opportunity.